Hello, today I'll be teaching you how to make and assemble a plastic model or a plastic miniature. The same techniques can be used for a metal model or miniature with different materials, but today I'll be only going over the plastic ones. Alright, I've chosen out a very simple plastic miniature from Lord of the Rings. These are Riders of Rohan, which consist of a warrior on a horse with a plastic base. Um, I think this is complex enough to show how to do different techniques, and also simple enough not to take too much time. Alright, let's begin. Alright, the three tools you're going to need for the assembly are some wire cutters, very fine ones like these here. Some plastic concrete or plastic cement or any type of glue that specializes in uh, fusing or molding together two pieces of plastic, and of course a file. You don't have to use one of these hobby files, but um, you can use any type of file from your work shed or anything. So let me start off with cutting out one of the horses. Alright, as you can see, the horses are attached to a plastic frame. That is how they cast the plastic from the hot burning wax. So I'm teaching you the proper way to cut it out without damaging your plastic miniature. First, you take the clippers, and you will notice that there is a flat broad side on it, and that is a side that you want up against the miniature, while the concave side you want it away from the miniature. This is a reason so you do not cut into the miniature and only cut it off out of the mold. Right? So I will cut out one of the horses. As you can see, the horses are in two pieces. Make sure to be extremely careful when cutting these out. You do not want to damage your piece. These specific pieces here are very important and are used to play a tabletop game, so I do not want to damage them. Uh, if it's very difficult for you to cut off the piece like it is here, if it's difficult to cut off close to the horse itself, you can cut it off like that, and then trim off the excess later. Also be careful so that they don't fly out. I know generally where they're gonna fly, so I position them where I want them to be. But if they're in danger of falling into some paint or some glue, you want to hold them like this, like I'm holding them now. Alright, now I'm going to cut off the actual warrior that rides on the horse. So I'll cut off one of these archers here. Now these guys are a little bit more tricky. You don't want to get their feet, so you have to be very careful. Alright, these are very fragile. Spending a few moments being careful can mean all the difference between a ruined piece and a very excellent piece. So now I'm going to go back and trim, as you can see, the archer's arm right there. Got to trim that. And also the horse's neck, I got to trim that where the injection wax mold was cut off. So you got to be very careful with this. Again, the flat broad side on the model itself. It's impossible to get everything off with the wire cutters, so I am going to show you how to use the file to make it look like there is no mold lines at all. So you want to get the file. Generally comes with rough, medium, and very low. You want to use either the rough or the medium. I'm going to use the rough here, and I'm going to file down the horse first, And here I'm just filing down the joint where it was connected to the plastic, and I'm just gonna cut off a little bit more here. Alright. Alright, now I'm gonna get the not so rough side and finish it off. Alright, there we go, the horse is done. Now I'm gonna sound off the arm of the rider with the rough side. Alright, now it nearly looks as if there was absolutely no mold lines at all. They will completely disappear once we paint them, and I'll explain that in another video. So now you want to put the piece together, and you're going to want to do this with some hobby concrete, because you don't want the pieces falling, disassembling in front of you. So this requires extremely small, minute amounts of glue. So put about half a drop inside the 2 holes, because this part here will go into this part here. So we'll do that. And you put them in. Make sure that they're aligned properly. You don't want to have an unaligned part. And as you can see, it goes in snug. In this particular piece, I don't really have to hold it that much to wait for the glue to dry, but in other pieces you will have to hold it. There's some minute detailing that you have to do with the file, but I'll wait to do that later. Now I'm going to glue the rider row on in there, and in this situation you want to put glue on the hole here, and you want to spread it out with the tip of your your glue bottle onto his base, and you want to put him right away because the glue dries fast onto your horse. And he'll dry by himself, so you have the horse there. It's pretty much done. But now I'm gonna put it on one of the bases, and the bases, generally you have to cut off some of the mold recesses here. And in this place it has you look under the model for a peg, and there's a peg right here that you want to use. You're going to want to put a tad bit of glue on the peg like this. Not too much. And then you want to put the peg onto the base, but you want to position in a way that it looks good on the piece. So I will position it like this. This is your own personal preference. You do not have to do it. Typically when you put on the base, you're just putting it however you like, and I want it to be generally in the middle, so I'm going to turn it until it's in the middle. Now it's done, and you just place it down and let it dry, and in a few 10 or 15 minutes, or however long it takes for your concrete to completely dry and fuse with the plastic, we can get ready to start priming it and painting it. Alright, thank you for watching the video. The next video will be coming out soon. Struggling for the magic grain, we throw life to the winds like rain. For goodness sake.